Hey guys, we're the Downeys and you're our family. And today we're coming back at you with a story time truth. We had a request in one of our comments and somebody would like to know the truth about Aaliyhas hand. And she's a really nervous, uptight. She doesn't really like to talk about it, but we're here to be her support so she can let the viewers know exactly what's up. Would you like to talk or you want me to keep going?
You keep going.
Okay, so first off, Aaliyha was born this way. When she was in my womb and she was growing, her hand was wrapped around the umbilical cord. Like the umbilical cord was wrapped around her hand, which prevented her hand from growing properly. Her fingers didn't grow properly. You know, she has a full palm. She can bend it. She can hold things with it. She can do lots of things with it. Basically, she was born that way, so nothing bad happened to her. She didn't get into an accident and lose her hand or anything like that. And it's normal to her. To the point when she was maybe 4 years old, I had bring her to the park and she was in the sand playing with her bucket and her pail and her, what do you call that thing?
Scooper.
Shovel or whatever.
Scooper.
And she was making sand castles and there was 3 little kids that had come over to her and sat down beside her in the sand and they started playing with her, and one of them had noticed her hand and said to her, "Oh my goodness, what happened to you?" and grabbed her hand like this, and Aaliyha just looked at it and was like, "What? Nothing, it's just a little dirty," and went like this and then rubbed it off on her her pants, just rubbing the dirt off, and then kept going and playing. So it's normal to her. In the same token, we have just recently went and seen a specialist, and Aaliyha is going to be getting 4 or 5 different prostheses made for her hand so she can do her daily routines easier, and other things like playing baseball and sweeping the floor and writing a letter with her left hand that she's never been able to do before. There's lots of different activities that she's going to be able to try and do that she hasn't been able to do before. So, do you have anything to say?
No.
Come on, you gotta tell them something.
I hate talking about it.
She doesn't like to talk about it, but needless to say, she's actually happy that one of you commented and asked very politely to do a story time about it. She's the type of person that despises when people stare at it and give her dirty looks and look at her like she's different or treat her like she's different when she's not. She's normal, she's average, she's just like me or you. So she's actually happy that somebody asked nicely instead of just stared or talked about her behind her back or pointed fingers, because she goes through that in school and kids are cruel. A lot of kids pick on her because she looks different from the average. Do you have anything to say, Gary?
A lot of people don't really notice at all. They just kind of, if there's this one person, one of my grandmother's friends, who he didn't notice, and he thought that she was just kidding with him because I was doing cartwheels, and he didn't. That's the first time he ever met me, and he didn't notice my hand until my nan told him, and then he was like, "No, that's not proper. That's not right. She was doing cartwheels." Stuff like that.
Yeah, so anything that we can do, she can do it too. It might take her a little bit longer to practice or whatever the case may be, but eventually she comes through. Per se, when she was 5 years old, I was trying to teach her how to tie her shoelaces, and because I was born with 2 hands, I tried my very, very hardest to try and teach her how to do it with one hand, and I kept my hand on my chest while I worked with just one of my hands trying to tie the shoelaces. And for 2 days I tried, and I bawled my eyes out because I couldn't teach her. And it was one thing, as a mother, you want to be able to teach your children everything, and that was one thing that I couldn't teach her. I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it. A couple days had gone by, and she came to me so happy with a pair of shoes in her hand and said, "Mommy, Mommy, look." And instantly, look at my tears are coming. Instantly, I started crying because my baby girl had learned how to tie her own shoes with one hand, and I couldn't teach her how to do it. So that was a very emotional time for me. Yeah, sorry, guys.
Stop crying, Mom.
Well, it's story time, right? So the truth comes out. Sorry. Yeah. Say something.
That's too funny.
Get these tears out of my eyes, please.
Instead of getting the tears out of her eyes, I kind of poked her eyeballs out, but you know, that works too. So, like, comment, share, subscribe.
If you have any more questions, feel free to comment.
If you guys want to see me tie my shoes, just ask.
Yeah, that would be cool. Actually, you should go get a pair of shoes right now and just quickly show them how unique you really are in your own little way.
Okay.
Okay, so she's gonna put on a pair of socks for you. My nose is running now.
She's hard to put on, but they're my favorite shoes.
All right, here she goes. And there you have it, a beautiful, perfect bow tie. Good job, sweetheart.
Thanks. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As I was trying to say before my mom thought of a really good idea, and then add me on Instagram and Snapchat, and
Get this video to 30 likes. And put your post notifications on so it lets you know every time we post a video, you'll get a notification and you can watch right away. And subscribe. And we appreciate every single one of you.
And the next video is going to be me running down the street singing and dancing, so I'm pretty sure y'all will want to see that. So, I mean,
that should be up within a couple hours, so tune in, guys. Peace.
Pieces. Garrett.